Intense, thought-provoking music fades slightly to background. This right here, this is the single biggest blind spot we all have. It's the one thing that keeps you constantly reacting instead of acting. It's the reason you consistently misread the world around you. I mean, really think about it. Every time you were blindsided by a betrayal, confused by some conflict, or manipulated by someone you actually trusted, it all happened because you saw what you wanted to see, not what was really there. And today, we're dissecting the very architecture of elite performance through Robert Greene's mastery. But let's be clear, we are not here for feel-good inspiration. We are here for activation. The very first step toward any kind of real power is to stop lying to yourself about other people. You can have all the intellectual talent in the world, but it's useless if you're blind to the social environment. This is the domain of social intelligence. And let's be crystal clear. This is not about being friendly or charismatic. That's the low-level version people talk about. No. True social intelligence is a cold diagnostic tool. It's about seeing reality with brutal, unflinching clarity. You see, the desire to be liked makes you predictable. It makes you easy to manipulate. But the ability to see reality, that allows you to navigate the hidden currents of power that are actually running the show. Okay, now look at this. This decodes what Greene calls the deadly realities. And these aren't exceptions. This is the default human setting. That unsolicited praise you received, it's almost never genuine. It's probably envy sizing you up. Group consensus, that isn't truth. It's social pressure. That person who's so eager to partner with you, they're often just looking to outsource their own effort. And rationality? It's a paper-thin veneer over a core of raw emotion. Once you see these patterns, you finally see the game. So to really understand the power of this lens, let's just dissect one of these realities in detail. Passive aggression. It's probably the most common and definitely the most misunderstood form of conflict in the world today. You have to understand this. Passive aggression is not a sign of cleverness. It is a giant, flashing broadcast of fear and weakness. It's the weapon of someone who knows deep down that they can't win a direct fight. And this is exactly how it shows up. It's the loud, theatrical sigh in a meeting. It's the mistake that just so happens to sabotage a project. It's that backhanded compliment that stings a little. It's the constant delays on a task they simply don't want to do. Once you learn to spot these little cues, you can't be blindsided by them anymore. You see the hostility for exactly what it is. So we've looked outward at others. Now it's time to turn inward. Because the modern world sells you a constant lie. The lie of the shortcut, the hack, the overnight success. Real power has a price, and that price is time. Look at this. On the left, you've got the fantasy they sell to the masses. On the right, the brutal reality that masters accept. Genius isn't born, it's forged. It's not about seeking pleasure. It's about embracing the deeply tedious, repetitive practice that builds real, undeniable skill. This is the number, 20,000 hours. That's what Greene estimates it takes to reach the highest level of mastery. Not 10,000, 20,000 hours of deep, focused, often grueling immersion. There is no shortcut around this. And these are Greene's own words. The belief in shortcuts is just a fundamental disconnect from reality. The process is slow, sure, but the psychological rewards, the real confidence, the deep satisfaction, the power are absolutely profound. And don't misunderstand this. The struggle isn't some obstacle to be avoided. The struggle is the transformation. It literally rewires your brain. It builds the kind of resilience that unearned power can never, ever replicate. So when you pay that price, when you go through the apprenticeship, you unlock a higher form of intelligence. And I'm not just talking about being smart. This is a different state of mind altogether. This map, it leads to a place where thinking becomes something more. It's a fusion of everything you've learned until it becomes pure instinct. Your logical mind is absolutely essential. It's the part of you that gathers data, learns the rules, analyzes the pieces. It's your number one tool for the apprenticeship. But after those thousands and thousands of hours, something else awakens. The intuitive mind. And this is not a guess. This is not a vague feeling. This is the master's true advantage. It's the ability to see the whole chessboard at once, to feel the direction the market is going, to know an opponent's next move before they do. To an outsider, it looks like magic, but it is the natural, inevitable outcome of the process.
Which brings us to the end and to a decision. We've exposed the patterns, we've revealed the path.
The patterns are visible to you now. You can see the game being played all around you, every single day. And that's the thing. This knowledge is now a part of your operating system. So the question is no longer what is happening. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Are you going to continue to live unconsciously, being a pawn to forces you refuse to acknowledge? Or will you choose awareness? Subscribe and make a commitment to seeing reality. Like this if you are done being passive. Comment below with the biggest psychological blind spot you see in other people. And turn on notifications to join the small group of us who choose to be awake. The choice is yours.